Good morning, everyone. This video is intended for those of you who serve on Guiding Coalition. Contrary to not meeting for a while, we do still exist as a team and still have a fundamental purpose on our campus. And so this video is just intent to kind of walk you through my thought process concerning the team, garner some feedback from you all as individual members representing your departments, and determine a plan for moving forward with the second semester. So when we began Guiding Coalition, if you remember, the purpose of our group as a team is to model and monitor the PLC process on our campus. And when we began, we really started pretty heavily on the modeling of the PLC process. So I wanted our group on the school-wide level to really look at some current reality data, set some school-wide building goals, and then commit to using some data-driven dialogue to see growth and movement towards those goals. So when we began, we started out with F data. So we created one of those SMART goals to be that we would have, I believe, less than 70 courses that would be failed in each grading term was our F goal. And then we also designated reading as a school-wide goal that we wanted to have and commit to. And we used the state assessment score for that. So our reading skills goal is to reduce level 1 and 2 students by 10% for each grade level on the ELA Spring State Assessment. So we focused on modeling the work of the PLC process by making sure that our core team was doing those critical pieces, looking at current realities, establishing a goal, and then creating some ways to monitor that goal throughout the year. We, in doing that, have put a little bit more on top of teachers and their general PLC process within core team departments, and may have underestimated some of the complexities of this year. And so I'd like for us to kind of look at those goals and talk about next steps for them in moving forward for next semester. Frankly, with our F goal, be really transparent with you, I'm more than comfortable right now setting that goal aside as a piece that we're not focusing on. I feel like with the pandemic and kids out and kids in and us switching from remote to in-person, I think that's an important piece to monitor, but I think we have a lot of obstacles that we don't have control over in our current environment. And so if you guys agree, I would actually be in favor of setting that goal aside, continuing to send out the F reports, letting everybody know where we're at, making sure that people are kind of paying attention to our at-risk students and the students who are failing, but not having a goal on the Fs for the rest of the semester. Our reading goal, I would still like to keep in place. Again, the reading goal was to reduce level 1 and 2 students by 10% for each grade level on the ELA Spring State Assessment. I would like to still keep that in place, but I would like to hear from each of you in terms of your department and your action plans and how manageable and feasible some of that work has been this year. We ask that the individual departments set a specific goal around reading and then create some assessments to assess that skill and track the data on that. If we need to revise that and shift more to increasing teacher practice around certain skills, or keep that in place just as it is, or alter it in some way. I would like for you guys to give me some feedback on how your department's feeling and the work that you're doing around the reading skills goal. I'm also curious about maybe switching the focus of our Guiding Coalition team more to a monitoring. The purpose of the team was to model and monitor the PLC process. We haven't focused on the monitoring part of that too much. We do currently have a PLC goal as part of our school improvement plan, and that's why you guys are all working on those proficiency skills and answering that, really focusing on answering what do we want all students to know and be able to do, and how will we know when they've done that. Answering that question and creating those assessments, and then creating proficiency skills. That's really the research behind the school improvement plan that we have in regards to curriculum. So our team could kind of shift to more of a monitoring of that to provide team support and encouragement through that work. That might look like each department bringing in some of those documents at each meeting and kind of looking through those and deciphering what teams need some additional support in creating their assessments or their proficiency skills for their standards. So what I'd like for you guys to do is just kind of let me know your thought process around Guiding Coalition and our steps moving forward in the second semester. I'd like for you to either reply all or just reply to me from this email and give me your feedback on how you're feeling about the F goal, if you would be in favor of setting that aside for second semester. If you're opposed, tell me why and what you think that we should do instead. And then I'd also like for you to give me some feedback on the reading goal. How's that going for your department? Does the work need to be shifted or altered in any way for you to be more productive or feel like that's more attainable for your department? And then how you're feeling about our team shifting into monitoring some of the work that's already being done and becoming a support group for teachers in creating those documents and assessments and proficiency skills. So those 3 points, F goal, reading goal, and a focus on monitoring, if you'll reply all or reply to my email and let me know where you're thinking, then that will help me to create our next agenda. We are going to meet the first week back. We're going to meet on January 6th. That's the second day of class in the second semester, and we're going to meet during that PLT time. My thought process was that students shouldn't have a lot of missing work or assignments to work on during their PLT process, and so if you'll just let your warm-up students know that you will not be meeting with them during PLT on January 6th, then we will meet at 11:45. I'm actually going to schedule that meeting for an hour and a half, and I will provide lunch for you during that time. If you don't want to meet throughout your lunch, then you will be able to be excused at the 12:45 and you can go take lunch on your own, but I will provide lunch for all those that are there so that we have a little bit more time to regroup and get ourselves set for the second semester. So let me know what you're thinking, and then I'll create an agenda and get it out to you guys, and we will meet January 6th. Thank you guys.